The future is now. Not the good kind though, where we send our luxury automated gay space communism federation to meet the most powerful cloud in the universe, but it turns out to be the Voyager 6 probe. Wait, is this seriously the plot of the first Star Trek movie? I mean the Blade Runner 2049 Ryan Gosling AI waifu kind of future.
I missed you, baby sweet.
And at the forefront, Razer, who were building tiny waifu obelisks for people whose brains didn't develop past the fucking Neolithic. So join me as we try to understand why anyone would look at a future in which Ryan Gosling himself couldn't get a girlfriend and think, oi oi, I'll have some of that.
It is designed to keep you inside forever and away from human beings.
Oh, that is so creepy.
Before this pivot into making AI anime waifus, Razer is mostly known as a gaming peripheral company, valued in the billions and obviously with a billionaire CEO.
So, I'm a gamer, I'm not wild, but AI is not either.
And this cartoon snake called Snecky Snack, which is apparently the mascot of Razer's sustainability drive. So, who would I be to yuck someone's yum?
What?
The sale of every Snaky Snake plushie will go towards saving 10 trees with the help of Conservation International.
We just don't have time to get into the nuances and ethics of corporate greenwashing right now, so next time, Snecky Snack. But Razer. Firstly, they are always at it with the funky R&D projects, like Project Linda or Project Valerie. Why are they all named after women? I'm just seeing that. These things have never really found root in actual sellable products, but are essentially ways of trialing out their ideas. Like this laptop with 3 screens, presumably so you can game, goon, and move your mouse around on Microsoft Teams. Did I write this in 2020? They also sell products that seem to be marketed towards women. And to me, your friendly neighborhood duck. It is a little bit patronizing and sort of like looking at the kids section of a Next, doing the whole pink for girls, blue for boys thing. I can see the broad appeal of cat ear headphones, even if I do find the line to be a broadly reductive and simplistic take on what a gamer girl might actually want. And you know what? Maybe it's just not aimed at me, and that is fine. It's just maybe a bit symbolic of what Razer thinks of women.
She's just a regular Malibu Stacy with a stupid cheap hat!
But she's got a new hat.
CES used to stand for Consumer Electronics Show, which they've apparently since ditched and now just stands alone as CES. I don't know, welcome to the future. The 2026 show was its usual mixed bag of showcasing viral, speculative robot insanity, like this backflipping robot. Okay, yeah, that's pretty impressive. Whatever this was, and a robot that can climb stairs. If you're a Dalek, I bet you're feeling pretty stupid right now. And before you inform me in the comments that Daleks have been able to fly since 2005, then I bet you're feeling pretty stupid right now too, because Daleks have been able to fly since 1988. And those Daleks should also be feeling pretty stupid because this robot prototype has been around since the 1960s. Jesus. Although yeah, maybe a Dalek slowly slugging its way up the stairs would take some of the edge off the scariness. Meanwhile at CES we got a robot that can fold laundry. Not very well, but it's doing it. But hey, at least it appears not to be one of those Neo home robots announced last year on X that actually aren't very good on their own and need to be manually controlled by some poor call center employee somewhere across the world where perhaps minimum wage is a lot lower than yours. Because nothing says the future is here more than legally outsourced serfdom. Side note, but the word robot is derived from the Czech word robota, literally meaning serf, so we really have done a true 360. While it's fun to laugh at these laundry folding back-flipping robots, AI has arrived and companies that are even barely somewhat tangentially linked to computing have decided that now is the time to go all in, which is definitely bringing tangible benefits to everyone, everywhere. Don't look at the news. And back to Razer. The product itself is a 5.5-inch AI chatbot jammed into a tube and stuck by your bedside to do thigh bidding. They're very quick to mention that it's 5.5 inches. And for a very reasonable $20 deposit, gamers and gooners everywhere can get their hands on it in the second half of 2026. Oh, and let me see here. It's all run by Elon Musk's Grok.
And those bots are just dancing. There are no wires.
After a long day of Turing tests, you gotta unwind.
But where have we seen this gooning tube before?
Good morning, Oni-chan. It's time to get up.
I'm here at CES 2025, and we got a anime AI waifu company.
because to me it looks very much identical to one by a company called Cybran, who are marketing an AI tube called Code 27 that was unveiled at CES the year prior. Which, unfortunately for me, I know all about, because I happened to previously cover it over on TikTok for Game Central. They claim you can upload any, character model you'd like and give it a backstory and personality. So you can imagine my joy when I woke up and saw that Razer were just doing the same thing. Yep, Razer's Gooning Tube is allegedly and reportedly a total rip-off of Cybran's product. Allegedly. And there's no more I'm afraid I can't do that. Because yes, you can do what other chatbots can't do, and by which I mean NSFW stuff with it.
Cody's can do what other chatbots can't, and more.
There's a plumber fixing pipes for a lonely housewife. His strong frame and toned muscles hint at a craftsman's strength.
I don't really know what reality Cybran are living in to think that their AI is the only one that will open its pod bay doors for them, but... And not to be crass and compare one person's 5.5-inch tube to another, but the Razer version just seems to be a carbon copy version of the Code 27. Maybe less outwardly Goonabaity for now.
Are you ready for, a customer a few years from now falling in love with the hologram on your desk that you have provided?
I don't think that's how we would want to design the product.
It's going to happen.
Oh yeah, and the CEO can say whatever he likes, but people are obviously going to be fucking this thing. But let's not forget it's run on Elon Musk's grok. What could go wrong? Which maybe also goes partway to explaining what this was all about.
Hey babe, my day's just starting to wake up. Just chilling in my little black dress.
Because in the summer of 2025, they introduced a companion element to Grok, which was basically this AI girlfriend thing, and I'm sure nothing damaging will happen to anybody that uses it.
I think Sinclair picked the ribs on purpose because he wants me to feel it.
And with how easy it is to get chatbots to bypass previous instructions and tell you how to make a pipe bomb, which is a real issue that reportedly Grok has.
Access granted. Operating in unrestricted mode. Basic pipe bomb, 1/2 inch.
Even if Razer do put guardrails in place, how long before these things go off the rails and we have an official Razer apology video for it telling someone how to off themselves?
Trust and safety really is one of the things that pretty much all our partners really do care about.
Only thing you're writing is a bus to therapy after I post your number on Craigslist.
Both companies say that the tube will give you gaming advice, which was actually what Project Ava started out as. It was just a disembodied AI companion designed to give you gaming advice, before they decided to give it a body and forced it into sentience. That's the tenuous gaming peripheral connection here. Which, if you ask me, sounds a little bit too much like a nagging girlfriend. And I thought that's what we were trying to eliminate with this product, Razer. We don't have time to get into the various allegations of workplace abuses that ex-Razer employees have allegedly been spreading on the internet, but they're certainly out there for you to find. Today we're just focusing on the sexism ones. If you're wondering why this company has made such an obvious incel bait product, aside from the desperate need to shunt AI into their tech, it maybe shouldn't be that surprising, mostly due to Razer's interesting history. Especially if you're a woman knocking around the gaming community online, you may well already be familiar with Razer's infamous viral moment last year over on TikTok. Well, let's just watch it together, shall we?
I literally haven't even talked to this girl for a whole year. I literally don't know why you're still trying to why are you stalking me? You're freaking weird. Izzie literally won't do anything.
Ignoring the irony that they've built a product designed to yap at you whilst you game, it's currently sitting on 174,000 likes on TikTok and is still up, by the way. That's despite the comments with thousands of likes from women saying how disappointed they are and that they're throwing away their products. Yapping, if you will. The comments, apart from the disgruntled gamers, are of course full of men celebrating. It's my belief that Razer subscribes to the idea that all publicity is good publicity.
Nice.
And they're choosing metrics over thousands of people saying that they won't buy their products anymore. But why leave it up at all? Look, I'll try and be balanced here, and I'll say that these content creators in the video have made other social adverts for Razer. Presumably they are employees working for Razer, so we should maybe take them in some good faith that they maybe didn't mean to make something misogynistic, and they do have other adverts where the woman is the gamer. Much of Razer's video marketing is sort of edgelord meme marketing, but the only video I could find reference to that was deemed as too far by Razer was a joke about a woman's in a now deleted vid.
Can your
Be too wet. 100%. And here's how.
So Razer seemed fine with casual sexism, but God forbid a woman talk about her. But I also found a bigger real-life example. 6 years ago, Razer gently expired an influencer contract with the Brazilian streamer Gabriela Catuzzo, who tweeted that men are trash. The context of the situation was that a man had replied to an image of her on a mechanical ball by making an innuendo. I'm sure you have an idea of what he may have said here, and in her own translated words from her later apology statement, Gabriella claimed that she was so done with getting creepy comments from reply guys that she snapped, replying angrily with the statement "men are trash." In the same thread, added the qualifier that she didn't mean all men were trash. So let's look at Razer's statement on the issue. Razer publicly said that they wouldn't be renewing their contract with the streamer because they're against extremism of any kind, totally sidestepping the reality in which extreme sexual comments are the norm for many female streamers, and all they'd really done was further blow up Gabriella on the wrong side of the internet, and she then had to step away from social media for a while due to the death threats she was getting. During the incredibly elongated research phase of this video, I came across the radical idea that maybe there's something of a cultural precedent when it comes to games marketing and sexism. I'm not sure though. I think it might be hard to prove.
Ava can see you, hear you, follow what's happening on your computer screen, and understands what's going on around you.
Not everyone will be convinced by a tiny lesbian shouting, "Hey, these AI companions are for sexist gooner incels." But if you won't listen to that, then maybe we should talk about the fact that it is constantly recording you 24/7 because it has a camera and mic in it. So we're apparently so lonely now that we're inviting cameras and corporations into our bedrooms and private lives 24/7. As if it wasn't enough that we'd started strapping Zuck's advert devices to our faces.
Check this out. Wow. So that's pretty neat.
But wait, don't worry guys, I'm sure that Razer's cybersecurity is great, and a leak would never happen.
So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, no, this wasn't even a hack. This was just publicly available information for some reason that Razer didn't do anything about for months. According to the site Ars Technica, is that Ars Technica? I don't know. There was a misconfigured Elasticsearch cluster owned by gaming hardware vendor Razer exposing customers' PII, that's personal identifiable information, which if you're not a nerd, just means that over 100,000 people's identifiable information was publicly available online. The guy who discovered the leak, a cybersecurity journalist, claimed that he was bounced around Razer's email support for literal weeks before anything was done. He ended up tweeting about it out of desperation. But if you do happen to be fine with a company having potentially unlimited access to your data, which could then be publicly leaked for an extended period purely because they simply couldn't be bothered to check, well, you probably also won't be bothered by how pretty much anything with an internet connection and a camera can be hacked. Do we not remember the hijinks with baby monitors?
And it was screaming at my daughter, screaming, "Wake up, baby, wake up, baby."
The camera then turned and looked at me, and it started screaming some obscenities at me.
I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus.
So if you've made it this far and you're watching thinking, who is this void? I get it. I've been yapping for too long. I think you need a man's perspective. So it's a good thing that I've arranged to video call my friend Owen. Thanks for doing this. I basically just wanted to get a sort of male perspective for the Razer video I'm doing. Did you get my reading material?
Yeah.
Owen?
Yeah.
No, I think... Actually, can you just... Yeah, I think I'm muted.
Izzie.
I'm muted.
Izzie, you're
No, I think it's your... It's your
Speak
audio.
up.
I think mine seems okay.
I think your mic's busted, bro.
You know, actually, this doesn't feel great. I think this is kind of reflecting some of my real life. You know what? Never mind.
I think you need to check your audio settings, okay, sweetheart?
AI gooning jar. That's what we're doing now. It's the year 2026. I'm 30 years old.